disrespectfully drunk. You disrespectfully drunk. He disrespectfully drunk.
Yo, what's good? This is Dee Dee and Disrespectfully Drunk, baby. And we are here with another episode. So today we're going to get into some real conversation. We're going to talk about the struggle. We're going to talk about the success. We're going to talk about everything in between. You know, the good, the bad, the ugly. So, first what I want to do, I'm going to introduce everybody. We actually have our winner from the last show, because if you remember, I promised him an interview, and he is here. So we have OOCHIE. And we also have H2O, who is a pro athlete. He's a former pro athlete, but he currently does the bowling for peace. He has actually an event coming up, the NYPD and Celebrity Softball game on July 30th. He does it every year. And I'm always the bartender every year. Period. They know who to deal with. And then we have NYMROD Federal. Yeah. He is a man of many hats, and we will discuss that. One of them is he is a music artist, so we will discuss that. Then we have Lady Mac. Yes. Started from the bottom, now she hitting it. I love her testimony. I like to call it a testimony. And we are going to get more into that because she started she was an artist out showcases, and now she on TV, baby. We're going to talk about that. So, one of the things I did want to get into is, I want to ask y'all all individual questions, right? But what I really wanted to start with is, like, what are some challenges that you guys had to face? And I'll start with you, OOCHIE, because you're actually somebody that's coming up. So what's a challenge that you find yourself facing with trying to grow in the music industry?
Really, I ain't gonna lie, like searching for the right audience, you know what I'm saying? That's what this shit is about. Once you find your audience, you lit. Can't nobody really tell you nothing. Crazy. God. Once you got the people that's looking at you. And ones that wanna look at you.
And when you say audience, what you mean? Because do you mean like the executives being your audience, the fans?
Like your listeners, like I'm saying, the people who like you as a person, your music, your lifestyle, like your audience, like your number one thing, you know what I'm saying? Like the people who like you know what I mean? Like once you find them people and get a good group of them, like that's like a good foundation to start on, that's how I say.
And you think that's your biggest challenge?
That's my biggest challenge. One, because I'm versatile, so I'll be in the studio and I don't know like what sound to stick with, you know what I mean? Like, so certain people like certain things from me and certain people don't like certain shit, so it's like I'm trying to find that balance, you know what I'm saying?
So my next question is going to be to H2O. It's basically the same thing, but I'm just going to rephrase it. Because you've actually had a taste of stardom. And you still do. Like, I mean, the last event I did for you, you had Whoopi Goldberg at your event, my God. Like, let's be real. You're that nigga. But anyhow, that's not what we talking about. That ain't what we talking about. But, what I do want to know is before you actually got your start, like, what were challenges that you had to face, and like, who helped give you that first, that actually grabbed your hand and said, you know what, I'm gonna help you walk into this door, if you had that?
So challenges is a daily challenge. Everything that we do is a challenge pretty much every single day. I would say one of the challenges that I did face was I like to do my thing. I do my events in like colleges and different places like that. So it's a challenge booking these places a lot of the time. Like I know what I can do. I know what we're going to do and what's going to happen. I know the people are going to come out and I know the product is going to be good. So I never worry about what I'm actually doing. It's more about even when you have to get other people involved. Like say if I hire somebody to do something that I saw them do for themselves, and then when it comes down to doing it for me at my event, they slack. Like one time I had somebody, I'm not gonna mention any names, but I paid them to take over the social media page for the day. And it was one post, and I'm like, yo, you have one job to do. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, do exactly what you do for yourself for here, and I'm paying you. You understand? So I think the challenge is many of them. You know, it's people who are around you who see what you're doing, and other than supporting you, they'll try to do it themselves. So there's been tons of celebrity basketball games popping up out of nowhere when we were like the innovators of it. So it's like, I can't privately, promote my stuff, so I have to publicly do it, and I have to try to draw people in, because I don't want to have to do everything by myself. So some of the challenges that I face is, having people around you who don't really want to really rock out with you, you understand? So, but other than that, everything is up. It's gonna happen anyway, you know what I mean? So nothing's gonna stop me from doing what I was supposed to be doing. And then you get the challenges of getting grants and funding and stuff like that, or the lack thereof. So, the city backing you, so stuff like that.
Can I ask you a question? It's a Bowling for Peace in Atlanta. Is that?
No, that's not Bowling for Peace, and I was gonna send them a cease and desist letter, because we are trademark and we are full-fledged 501c3. So and it's one in it's a lot of copycatters. There's people out here who put all in for peace, literally took off the B and put an A in for, it's like, so.
Yeah, I might want to look, check your mailboxes.
It's a lot of that stuff that happens, when you're doing a business, like even, like you got Twitter and now they got the threads with, it's and Snapchat, all of these different, companies, other than like, they just straight copy of you, you know what I'm saying? Emulate and try to, so I can't personally worry about that. I'm gonna do what I do, and people gonna support the way they support and show up. You know what I mean?
I respect it. Nimmy Nim Nim. I always call NYMROD Nimmy. I don't know why. Yeah, I don't know. Everybody got one. I don't know. However, what I do want to ask you, NYMROD, because a lot of us do want to know, what do you do outside? I know we have our own conversations, but let everybody else know, because you're more than just an artist. Like, you actually are a brand. You have a foundation of other things beyond music. So you want to elaborate and say how you got your start from there?
You talking about other businesses that I have?
Yeah, let's inspire our audience.
I got my own real estate company called JES Consultants. We talk, I got you. Stock market company called Market Building. Construction company, C&T Construction. I got a food truck. I got a record label. So, you gotta have multiple streams of income, multiple streams of income. So, I have 6 right now, so I'm working on the last one.
Give it up for that.
Yeah, I try to tell people, like, a lot of artists, like, because they think that, I drop that song and I'm gonna get paid. There's no money in this music business. It's fame, you know what I mean? And exactly. And you take your fame and you build your other businesses that way, and then you make your money. There's no money in the music business. You know what I mean? And they have to learn that and understand that. So
that makes a lot of sense, because a lot of these artists be acting like they get money, but they be broke. So it makes sense.
A lot of these artists that they see out here in these cars and these things and this, that, and the third is rented. It's not theirs. The houses is not theirs and stuff like that, because they try to survive off the music.
Yeah.
There's no surviving off the music. You need to build you a business and get some businesses in your name and make some money off that. That's how you do it.
So some people would beg to differ, because some people say they do receive checks in the mail from their music or whatever, and they seem to feel like it's a lot. What would you say? Like, how?
Yeah, it's not a lot. Like, I mean, if you're not making, to me, and I don't know how other people feel, but if you're not making at least $7 grand off of music a month, you're not making no money. You know what I mean? My bills alone, no cap, is $25,000 a month. So, and I'm just saying, like, I'm just saying, like, so, but it's just like, if you're not making no real money off of music, like $7 grand a month, then you're not making no real money. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Rent or a mortgage alone, like, if you own a house, you got a mortgage. You know what I mean? If you got an apartment, you got rent. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? Like, plus groceries, plus electric, plus lights, plus this, plus that, plus if you got kids, you know what I mean? So, you know, if you do the math, if you're not making $7,000 off of music, to take care of all of that, you ain't making nothing. You know what I mean? So.
I already quit rapping. I just started. So, Lady Mac, as far as you, baby girl, I know you from you was some of my podcasts when I first started my showcase, and you know, and you were just, I don't know if you were just starting out, but I know you was out hustling.
I was just starting out at that time. That was around 2017.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And look where you at now. So
Thank
let's
God.
talk about your journey, because I know you used
Lord.
to, I remember like literally how hard you used to go. You would be at every showcase. You would be like, your name was everywhere.
Consistency is a lot, you know, but sometimes you could be your worst enemy. You know, and I feel like that's where my downfall was. I was my worst enemy at that time. And then, you know, you have all the other things that come with it. Blackballing. Don't ever forget that. Because if you a talented artist that write all your music, you look good, you really, really fire, there's somebody in the industry that don't like you. You know, we are our own downfall, us as people. Because, you know, instead of being like, I'm trying to choose my words very, very wisely, because if you don't, that'll hurt you as well. Yeah. Instead of being like, you know what, I'm in the game getting money, let me invite somebody with me, because we can get it together. It's more than enough money in the game for everybody. That's what people don't realize. They think that it's a Hunger Game to everyone. Oh, I gotta be on top, I gotta be the hottest artist, but that's not what it's really about. You understand? That's why, you know, they know what they doing with me, because I get in the game, all my motherfucking friends is in there. My niggas, anybody I feel like got a fire track, I'm getting on the track with you. That's it. You know, if it shoot off, it shoot off. If it don't, it don't. But you can't say Lady Mac ain't try. You understand what I'm saying? You could be your worst enemy. Anything could be your worst enemy. Your timing, you know? Timing could be your worst enemy. Your bills might be fucked up at the moment, but you might be soaring in the game. And they might want you to go to LA, but you can't afford the ticket. You know, it all depends on what your situation is. Your living situation could fuck you up as an artist. Being homeless. There's many things that can mess you up as an artist. But the worst thing that can really mess you up is being blackballed. That's the worst thing. Because it's hard when you have a person that's in power that's trying to stop your movement.
So have you?
Yes, absolutely. But you know the lane I'm in right now? She can't touch
left
me.
Lane.
She can't touch me.
You past everybody, right?
Yeah, I went into reality TV. You know, because I'm a movie walking. You know what I'm saying? I'm a character. I'm a movie walking. So I had got an opportunity for the show called Original Baddies of NYC. And I really went on there just to showcase who I was as an artist and a person, and show people that, you know, it's more than me than whooping people ass. Because that's what everybody always know Lady Mac as, whooping somebody ass. No, I'm being real right now. So,
we actually rolled up on some people.
Once I got on the season, you know, I was trying to like do the we all together thing, but sometimes you deal with ignorant people, so I wound up whooping ass episode 2, 3, 4, and 5. Episode 1, Naya actually whooped ass. That's how I met her, a nail tech. But I can honestly say everybody that was on the show was somebody of importance. You know, they all had their own businesses. They all was doing something. One of the young ladies started her own stuff. Jersey Baddie Olympics or some shit. I ain't gonna front. I'm an executive producer now. I got my own show. Shout out to the Hot Boys of NYC.
Yes. Clap it up for Lady now. Clap it up for you. She ain't doing big things
right now. Baddies East. Right now,
with
I'm
Natalie
doing,
Nunn, right?
I'm with Natalie Nunn. I'm on Jocelyn Cabaret. That's about to come out right now, season 4 as well. I'm not stopping. And you know, sometimes if you can't, my best words to somebody who's struggling as an artist because they have someone holding them back or whatever situation they in. If you can't try one lane, try a different lane. Because sometimes that might not be for you. You know, your time is your time. Everybody got their own time. And I feel like before maybe wasn't my time because I ain't really know how to accept it. You know, now that I'm a well-rounded woman and artist, and I'm more accepted to things in life, I feel like right now is my motherfucking time. And that's what it is.
You know what's crazy is I genuinely see the growth in you.
Thank you. I
How you
appreciate
talk,
that.
how you walk, how you glow.
Thank you. I
On some G
appreciate
shit.
that.
And you know,
I respect it.
nah, no funny. You can tell
it made me
when.
feel good though, you know, because it took a lot. It took a lot to get to this stage in life. And when you know yourself as a person and an artist, that's when you're going to shine the most. When you start believing in your motherfucking self. Because everybody in the world could tell you the same thing for years. You think it's followers. That shit don't mean nothing. You know how many Instagrams I had? I just got an Instagram back. You know how many followers I had? You know how many times I went viral? Like literally viral. I just went
And
viral.
then had to start over.
I just went viral and had to start over. That don't mean nothing. It's consistency and believing in yourself. And once you start doing that, you're going to be unfucking stoppable.
Period. Tell them, lady. We appreciate that. What I do want to know is, I'm going to start with you again, OOCHIE, actually. Because, again, you are up and coming. So, has there ever been a door you had to knock on and they turned you away? Like, what was the hardest no that you had to accept? Maybe something that you really wanted and they told you no. When it comes to your artistry, when it comes to business, like what's something that you felt like would have took you to the next level, but you got rejected?
I ain't really had one of the moments. I'm one of them niggas like, you turn me down, I'm coming back again. You ain't like that, but here it is. Like, I don't know, like, I ain't really been rejected. I try my hardest to put out my best shit. So, I don't know. You turn me down, I'm gonna be at your door again. I don't care if it's tomorrow, next week, next month, next year. I'm gonna be right back. Hey, what's up? Like, what you had to say about that shit last time? Just have that in with you.
Period. That's how you
So,
feel.
just take the time when I'm on to me.
It's bad. So it really is never rejection, right?
Nah, you can't reject me. It's over.
I like it.
Rejection is when you come back.
I like it. Okay. So I want to ask H2O, how did you actually start basketball? Actually, you do a lot of different sports, right?
Yeah.
What sports do you play first?
So basketball is my main sport.
Mm-hmm.
I've been playing that game since I was 3 years old, literally. My mother used to run a basketball tournament at St. Albans Park. Mark Jackson used to play in it. Anthony Mason, all of those dudes from Queens, Kenny Anderson, they all used to play in my mother's tournament. So I started playing that, and then, in the hood, we played football, we played, baseball, with the plastic bats and everything. So I literally played every wiffle ball, and I call myself like an all-sport athlete, you know what I mean? Like, I think parents really need to get their kids and have them play all sports.
Yeah.
Don't pick your kid's sport that he or she wants to play. Like, allow them to play all the sports. Every season that there's another sport, make them play it. Like, allow them to play it. Get them in the box and get them to all the different activities. Don't have them sitting in the crib playing video games and stuff like that. Invest into your kids as well. Like, I was just talking with my homie about, about how parents be bringing kids into this world with absolutely nothing, and then they leave, and they leave their kids with absolutely nothing. Like, yo, why did you bring me here? Like, you understand? Like, real talk.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that's one of the main reasons why I don't have kids right now, because I want to make sure my kids are set up. Like, while I'm grinding and all, it would be unfair for them to have to, you know what I'm saying, go through that. I want to, have my children better off than I was. You know what I mean? And I want to do that. So, like, just getting back to the question, I played all sports. Basketball is my main sport, and just a sport I stuck with. In high school, my football coach, Coach Ryan, wanted me to play on the football team, but it was before basketball season, and my head coach, Charles Grammy, God rest his soul, he was the winningest coach in public school basketball history until Ron Clario recently passed him. He was at Cardozo High School in Queens. But he never wanted me to play football because he didn't want me to get hurt before the season started. So so he was a little bit selfish with that. And a fun fact about me, I only played 1 year of high school basketball and still made it D1 and all that and overseas and broke records. So my only year was my senior year of high school, and I still made it to D1. And my road to playing D1 and overseas was crazy, insane. That'll take up a little bit of time, but just overcoming odds. That's something I've always done. That's why, like, even doing these events, I could do it blindfolded, put my hands behind my back, because it's actually just networking, communicating, talking to people. I went to school for communications, you know what I'm saying? So I know how to talk to people. I know what people like. I know what they don't like. You know what I mean? I literally had snakes standing next to me and got something out of them. You understand? You know what I'm saying? Like, we all know who's who. We know how people rock out. We know what people want. It's always something that somebody wants. You know what I mean? There's a little bit something more that they always want. You know what I mean? So you just got to be mindful of that. And and y'all, kind of make the best of it. You know what I mean?
Very true.
Yeah.
So what I want to ask you is, with all the experiences that you had, what is something that was hard for you that, when it came to rejection? Like, was it a team you wanted to play for and you wasn't able to play for? It was like, what was it?
I think that, being an athlete, you're always dealing with rejection. You're always dealing with things, it's always that having that chip on your shoulder. You know what I mean? I wasn't the tallest guy in the world, maybe 5'11", 6 foot, right? But I've always had that, that edge about me. You know what I mean? I always wanted to be better than everybody else. You understand? So, like, there's stuff like that you can't teach. You gotta have it. Like, we talk about LeBron James and stuff, and they always compare him to Michael Jordan. He's not better than Michael Jordan. The reason why, he can break all the records all he wants. Break all the records. He came in as a high school player, right? And he had the ball in his hand literally every, team he played on. You know what I mean? He's been their best player. But that doesn't make him the greatest player of all time. Like, I watched Michael Jordan, I watched The Last Dance, I watched the determination to not lose. You know what I mean? It's hard to call somebody the GOAT who went to the NBA Finals 10 times and only won 4. You understand? It's hard to, and then somebody who went to the NBA Finals 6 times and won all 6 and won MVP, and you understand what I mean? Broke barriers so I'm not calling somebody who's mediocre, not even above average when the GOAT. He could break Kareem's record and all these. There wasn't a 3-point shot when Kareem played. You understand? Like, it's two different games. Just because you break records don't make you the best player.
That's almost like the comparison of now when you talk about, like, the real grind and hustle when it comes to, like, older rappers. You would say they didn't have the internet.
Yeah.
It's similar.
There's no comparison. So, like, a lot of things that helped me overcome a lot of this stuff is my journey. Is the things that I went through. Is, my mom passing away when I was in college, when I was a sophomore in college. And it was either come back to New York, I was in California, either come back to New York and do what, right? Or continue to finish up my education and, and make something of myself and, go get a Division I scholarship and everything. So all of again, my journey and my passion, I just made my passion into my purpose and I just kept going. So it's hard for me to really tell somebody what to do. I just can show them how I did it, and hope to inspire them to do more. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's just a journey. That's it.
So, now, how did you get your start? All these different businesses. Did you just, like, one day say, hey, I just, want to start being a real estate agent, and it went well, and then you said, I want to do this, and it went. Or was it really a struggle? Like, you really had to get it out the mud. You wasn't sure which way you was going at one point. Like, how did you know that you wanted to create all these businesses? Like, especially because where we come from, we don't see a lot of this. So.
It's when I came home out of jail. Like, I did some time, and I always wanted to do the music. I linked up with Max P when I was in jail, and I knew that it took more than just music. So. My mom was always doing real estate, so I linked up with her with the real estate, and I wound up meeting a good friend, Eric, with the stock market business, and I linked up with him, and then the moving company, I linked up with another dude, so, it was a lot of links in between, And then from there, I just took it and built it from there. So, you know, I just knew that I wanted more than just the music aspect, you know what I'm saying?
So it was basically like you already basically had your foot in the door because your mom's a real estate agent.
Yeah, facts.
Okay, so for you, it was like a chain of networking. It was like you was able to you didn't have to go through school, you didn't do any.
No, when I came home, you know, I had to work a little job for a little bit, but, you know what I mean, then I wound up taking a class, real estate class, and, you know, it was easy because she already did it. So, you know, I wound up getting my license and just going from that. And then when I moved out to Jersey, I wound up getting my license in Jersey, so I got it both places. So, you know what I mean? So.
I just spent $500 on a real estate a real estate course and never took it.
That's crazy. I mean, it's easy for people. It's easy. Y'all can go online and, you know what I'm saying, and take your class online and do it at home, you know what I mean, and get your license. And Aceable
agent. Yes, you got my money.
Yeah,
I give it to you for free.
That's jerking you records right there.
You get a redo?
No. Yeah.
It's a lot of money down the drain.
Yeah, you know,
I ain't where y'all at. I'm trying to get where y'all at. Y'all motivating me right now.
it's easy to anybody, man, as long as you're dedicated to what you want to do, you know, in that brand, you know, in anything in life. If you're dedicated, you want to go hard, you go hard and get what you need. That's it.
All right. Lady, when I met you, you know, we talked a lot. We talked about, you know, just different struggles that we both have, you know, and with you having this light on you now, what is next for you? Outside of reality TV, where do you see yourself next? I know you were talking about being that.
On MTV. No, definitely. Somebody had just asked me that last night. That's crazy. Well, this morning. I'm definitely trying to be like one of the greatest artists, a legend. You know, I never thought I would make it this far, to be honest with you. I had really just started music due to the death of my brother. It was like more of a coping mechanism for me. So, right now I just want people to hear me. That's it, better marketing, you know. That's really my problem right now, marketing. I heard you talking about some type of downfall. What was that question you said earlier?
It's okay.
Yeah, because I want to get it over it, because I knew somebody was going to answer this.
Now I wanted to know, like, who got you into? You mentioned your brother, but who was one of the artists that you looked up to, or got you into music?
I love Lauryn Hill. She's like one of my favorite artists, especially Eve. Eve too. I love Eve. She got me through a lot growing up. On my raunchy side, I like not my friend Jay-Z's my guy, but I love Biggie. I love Little Kim, definitely. I love mad people. Jada Kiss. I listen to mad different people, Styles P. It all depends on how I feel, and I don't have like no real one narrow place where I just listen to music. I don't listen to anything. Because my dad was a pastor, my foster father. So God rest his soul. You know, he was a pastor, so he kept me in church a lot, and it was like real not allowed to listen to it.
That's how it was with me. It was called The Devil's Music. That's why we're so bad.
I can't believe you
That's
just
we
said
bad.
that.
It's the pastor.
Oh
It's the
my
pastor's kid.
God.
In
The
church 7 days a
devil's
week.
music.
The world, music of the world.
Talk about it. The 7 days a week, I'm definitely
I was on the Usher Boy, praise team.
Monday was actually prayer day. That's when you go to pray. That's when they teach you Bible studies. Come on, don't do this.
That's why you practice.
If I got two already, you should know it. Once I got the first one right, you knew what time it was.
Then you got the Usher Boy.
Oh God, prayer day. Practice is Saturday because you gotta get ready. And choir practice actually start on Wednesday. It starts Wednesday because they get best practice. Exactly. Don't be a soprano and an alto.
And if you're not on point, we making an extra.
First of all, don't come to church with no runs in your stockings neither.
It's
trouble.
Yeah. I used to take my stockings off.
I used to put ones in my stockings on purpose.
But we digress. What I do want to ask though, because we do have some pretty good information going on up here. So is there anybody in the audience that have a question? Showtime.
Anybody who got a question? I'm glad you ain't asked
Showtime
me.
always got a question. Come on, Showtime. Yeah, because we won't be able to hear you. Oh yeah, you can pass that around. There you go. Solo.
Okay. All right. I have a question for you.
Okay.
How did you get into reality TV?
I do a lot of commentary on Instagram, to be honest. Like every time I get into an argument with somebody now, I make videos about them and make people laugh. So they actually hit me up and asked me to be on the show.
Oh, that's amazing. That's fire right there.
Yes.
To the H2O, got a question for you. Okay, so when your mother passed away, God bless her soul, and you said you didn't come back to New York, like what got you through, like to focus? Because I know like it could be hard to focus with a tragedy like that.
Yeah. So I came back to New York from California. I was in California at junior college at the time. I came back just for the funeral. So, and I actually held up the funeral for hours because I did not want to go inside and actually face the reality of what was happening. So, but they had to get going. So I finally walked in. My dad had to come and get me and all that, you know. And so I walked in. I did that, but you know, I had time to reflect. It was around the break, the Christmas break, like the winter break from school. So I was home for a couple of days, and I just had to, you know, dig deep. You know what I mean? I was like, I lost the most important thing to me in my life. So now I have to just be super fearless, and like that's what I've been. I was fearless before, but losing. I don't know if you've lost your mom or somebody close to you. Like my mother, I'm a mother's boy, right? So like mama's boy, right? So you know, after I lost her, it was like, nigga, what else I'm gonna do? Like, you understand what I'm saying? Like, you know, and I've talked about that with my dad before. Like, you know, if I lose mommy, you know what I'm saying? Like on some, you know, little kid shit. And when it happened, it was like, fear for what? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what am I fearing?
Yeah, I get you.
You know what I'm saying?
Like the worst thing that could ever happen to you
Happened.
So nothing else
It happened already.
could hurt you no more.
And I've lost so many people in my life. I lost my best friend, Marky. You know, this is literally a lot of the reasons why I do the things I do with gun violence and all that other stuff, because of, you know, people I've lost. You understand? You know, so that's what it was nowhere else to go.
And one more question for Bounce. So NYMROD, right? This is for you. Being that you are an artist, right? And I've been around you in a lot of different situations as far as like rap, battle rap, and how do you feel when somebody try to like put you in a box because you're a rap artist,
Right.
They try to put a false narrative on you, a perception of you that doesn't really, it's really not true, but it's just hearsay. How do you fight through that to like get to the next level and focus on your businesses and doing all the positive things that you're doing? Like what drives you to get through that? And how do you do it? Because I know it can be hard.
My kids. I said I'm a full-time dad, and I just keep going. I mean, like, you're gonna face negativity all the time. You know what I mean? If you're an artist, even if you're a person, you know what I mean? You gotta ignore it. You know what I mean? Or fight it. You know, I do both. So, you know, just go through it. Like, my kids keep me going. Again, like, so I don't, you know, I hear somebody talk crap all the time. I either laugh at them or, you know, proceed. But, you know, that's it. That's what we do.
And I'm glad you said that, because I want the world to see the person that gives me advice sometimes when I'm going through certain things.
Right.
And they be like, damn, I like, yo, remember I told you that? And I'm like, yeah, this crazy nigga told me that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's about it. I appreciate y'all. Who I pass this to?
It's hot for one.
It's hot for how you doing, baby?
It's hot for the building. Yo, style. All the styles of the building.
Well, I'm game too. Stop. That's how it works.
Yo, Ed, you got a question, brother?
What up, Stella?
What's up, son?
I'm proud of you, right?
Yeah,
I like that you keep pushing it,
yeah.
right? I don't know, lot of things, Stan. You got a lot of venues going on with yourself, Stan. So how you do that actually? How you do the real estate, moving company, the label, the rapping? Like, what's your help?
I'm gonna tell you that my family. You understand? And you've been there with me a couple times with the move and stuff. So family, have a good family around you. You know what I mean? Shout out to all my stars in the building. A good family. You know what I mean? And having a great team behind you. So that's how you do it. You know what I mean? With a great team and great family. So that's how you make it happen.
I just want to say I'm proud of you.
Yeah, I'm proud of you. I love you. Yo, stop.
Yo, stop.
I ain't gonna say that all night. I love the stars.
Yeah, Styles in the building.
What I do want to do is I want to go around individually, and I just want OOCHIE. I would like for you to start because you are the new one. Actually, you know what? No, I don't. I would like for Lady to start. I just want her to give, some words of advice, tell us who you are as well. Anything that you want to tell us, if you got something that's coming out, if you got something that we can look forward to seeing you on when the first episode here. I just want to know anything about you that you want us to know. And I really want to know about, I'm not going to lie, because you got a story. And listen, I'm going to give you an extra 10 minutes.
Oh my God.
I want to, no, seriously. I love stories. I love real shit, and I think that's why we stay in contact because, it's times when we go at it because I be like, I just want you to chill. I just want the best for you. She be like, oh, bitch, I don't care. Fuck it. So, but today, I see another person up here and it's so much growth. Like when God put his hand on a person, you can tell. You feel what I mean? Like I was saying earlier, it's shining through you. So because of that, I just want people to really understand who you are, where you came from, and what the fuck they see today is totally different. So let's talk about it.
Oh my God, she's trying to get me in trouble. You see how she slipped in the first episode.
In the first episode.
Nah, honestly, my name is Lady Mac. My real name is Giovanna. That's the first time I've ever told the world my real name.
On my show.
I mean, you better not. I mean, honestly, I grew up in foster care, all my life since I was 2. I've been to many, many, many different foster homes. I lived in every borough in New York. That's why I know so many people. I am a college graduate. I have my criminal justice degree. Shout out to Mercy. I'll see y'all in September. I'm going back. I feel like you should never give up your dreams. Somebody told me that in the hospital the other day. I do fight sickle cell. I've had it since I was born. So that's why sometimes I be going missing in and out the hospital, It's just life. Don't feel sad. Don't feel lost. Shout out to everybody who goes through that. Yeah. I would say I'm a person that came from living in abandoned buildings with a kid at 13 years old to a proud mother who has her own everything. I work very hard for it. I do 18,000 different jobs. I've had every job, literally. I've been a security, I've been a parole officer, I've worked in a college, I've worked for, oh my God, New York City Parks Department. I've been doing a lot. I worked for a paralegal before. I did a lot of my time. And yeah, I've had 20,000 jobs, no cap. But I really feel like music is my passion. That is something that I've been doing from young. I decided to go to school and stuff first because, I was like one of those kids that went through a lot, And growing up, fighting, in and out of jail, doing the most. It was always, oh, you can't do this, you can't do that. So I always been like the kid who wanted to just show it doesn't matter if you come from the bottom, you can do whatever you want to do. Honestly,
You showing that, baby.
Thank you.
One more thing, so like,
I appreciate y'all.
Let's clap it up for Lady Night.
Yeah, because I fight too, and I won't come snuffling y'all in the audience if I hear y'all over talking again. Oh, anybody want to knock out? Oh, okay.
I was gonna say one more thing, like, so being where you're at now,
Yeah.
you know, what does a win look like for you, like going forward?
I feel like I already won, honestly.
Right.
My dream was really to get on Zeus Network. I know it sounds corny, but that was something that I watched for a very long time. Bad Girls Club, stuff like that. So when I did that, it was like, yes, you know? And then, you know, I'm not gonna front. I laugh like that because I'm really fire. You know that? I'm really fire. I am a trendsetter. Okay? Remember when y'all talk about Lady Mac, LADY, MAC, put trendsetter next to it. Okay? Because I met Jock one time. Okay? I met him February 25th. 2023. The next time I met Jock, we got matching tattoos together. So make sure y'all go get y'all stand. Yep. Hashtag 022325. Yep. I definitely got everybody doing that. My first song I ever dropped was Tweety. When I remixed Beanie Siegel song. That was fire. Shout out to Beanie. I actually got to meet Beanie recently. He was so nice to me. He was so nice and so thankful that I had did that. I opened my first album single release party. Jada Kiss did that. Shout out to him. Shout out to Caesar. He always give me great words of encouragement. That man is so smart. That's who really set me on my... Yes, from Black Ink, yes. To be honest with you, I had went to go meet Jock in an ATL, and when I went out there, they made me meet them at Black Ink. And when I went to Black Ink, I met mad people that I didn't even know was famous, like Muffin Man, all those reality TV stars I met that day, and didn't realize who they was until I got home. Yes, so when I went there, I met Caesar again. But this time it was different, you know, from when I met him in New York. He really told me some good words of encouragement, and it really stuck with me. And that's what I feel like really gave me my shift in the game. Between him and Jock and Raina Smith, who's Natalie Nunn PR, I got a lot of good people in my corner, and I didn't have to pay any of them to be here. These are $1 million words that I get for free from millionaires, and I appreciate that. And honestly, from me gaining so many friends in the business, K Goddess, so many people, honestly, going through so many people, so many artists, so many rappers, 50 Cent, Dream Tall. I've been with a lot of great people in this game. I feel like that's what made me really well-rounded to understand who I am as a person. Thank you, I appreciate that.
Yes. I love it. So I definitely want to go to you, Nimrod, and I want you to tell us
Shout out to Jacquay too, I'm sorry. I love you, Jacquay. Because Jacquay always been in my corner from day one, even when I was nobody. So shout out to you, Jacquay.
So Nimrod, I want to ask you the same thing. Just tell us anything that you would like us to know about yourself.
I got my new album coming out in November called Educated Thug Music Volume 2. It's going to be crazy. I'm going to be announcing the major label that I'm signing to in November. I'm signing to a major, and I'm going to do it and announce it. I'm actually going to be doing my album release party in Apollo, and I want to put on a concert. So, yeah, of course. And I'm trying to get on the album. Okay, all right. Yeah. So, pack it out, you know what I mean? I'm excited about that, man. It's a big change and a big step in my life. I always wanted to be on a major label, so that's dope. I'm actually doing a reality show on Zeus. We was talking. It's called From the Grind to Glory. It's taking the artist, the real artist that's out here grinding, You know what I'm saying? Not that loving hip hop shit. You know what I'm saying? Like the real grind. Yeah, she's definitely gonna be on there. we got K Goddess, we got D Chambers, we got Hattie Rags, of course, LB, the brother. I talked to him about that. You know what I'm saying? I talked to Showtime already. So we're gonna be doing that and putting that together. I'm really excited about that because I'm gonna be the producer on that one. So
I'm the drink vendor.
so it's gonna be dope. We still in the process of putting it. Yeah, everything. Yeah. So we're putting it together, but I'm excited about it. I got the okay, so I'm good with that.
I'm excited too, because I'm on there.
She is crazy.
Yeah.
No, because y'all
The excitement is though.
I knew this man too from when he first started.
Yeah.
Like that's when I first met him. And I always used to call him JC. Because he rhymes just like you. That's my guy. So I'm so happy to see somebody that I started with surpass me, have so many businesses. You know, that inspired me up there to do something
That's
else.
me today.
Yes,
you
I
know.
And we all
You know,
together
that's
being in
how I
the
feel
middle.
with you guys.
Yeah.
All,
Man, we
like the
all
way
together.
you was talking about with how you feel when Natalie and PR and different people talk to you. I feel like that with you guys. You know, you guys are the next level for me. You get like y'all inspire me.
Cut that up. We can cut that shit up.
Seriously, y'all inspire
I feel
me.
like
Like when it comes to different, y'all show up for me. You know, like I really appreciate you guys because at the end of the day, without my supporters, it's no me. You know what I mean? And I really fuck with y'all. Like y'all people that I've sat on the phone with. You know what I mean? It's people, y'all people I'm comfortable with crying to, with venting to, talking shit to. I ain't hear it again. You know what I mean? So I appreciate y'all. You know what I mean? So from what I say about, me, because a lot of people don't know me. I also started from in the church, I didn't have my mom, my grandmom, if you let her tell it, I was kidnapped, I didn't see my mom for like several years. It was just a lot. I became really rebellious. I had everything. They tried to give me everything. I've stayed in townhouses my whole life, had my own walk-in closets, like when I came to New York, that to me, I was bougie when I came to New York. I'm nothing like I was when I first came. It was like, where's the carpet? There's no central AC. Where's the grass? Like, they got towels? Like, everything was just so different, You feel what I'm We walked in the grass.
They didn't have no sidewalks, so I'm just trying to figure it out. Where was you living at that they didn't have sidewalks? Oh, well, in the South, it's very different.
They don't have.
I like the South.
They might have built some
It's
now
just
because we got a lot of New Yorkers out there now, but they ain't
No,
got
they
shit.
still, I'm not gonna front, they still ain't got
They still ain't. Oh, okay, cause yeah. So I did a lot. I had all my friends was older. It was a time all my friends were strippers. I never stripped before, but
I did. Shout out to the
all my
strippers.
bitches be strippers. So I till this day I attract strippers.
Booty hole bitches.
Yes. I love y'all.
God.
So, I really, I've been through a lot of shit. I've seen a lot of shit. I had to go through a lot of shit. And a lot of stuff I put myself through. You know what I'm saying? Just because I wanted my mom. But throughout that, I learned that, like even till this day, I have, people look at me, I have a smile on my face 9 times out of 10. I stay happy, I stay smiling. And that's because I had to go through a lot. It was times where I didn't know how to smile, couldn't smile. People would look at me and be like, smile, beautiful. Why you always looking so mean? You know what I mean? It's like, well, damn, what I look like? So, but now, I've learned how to cope with a lot of the things that I've dealt with in life. And I like to say this. I'm not gonna put y'all all in my business, but what I will say is, no matter what you're going through, you have to push through. Even when you fail, even when it's not where you want it to be at the time, you have to keep going. It's going to be a lot of no's. Y'all know how many people are in it? You know how many
no was
people
like
I reach out to?
a repetitive word in my life for many, many years. I had got one big, real horrible no that killed me.
What was it?
Oh God, no.
You don't gotta say who.
Actually, to be honest, because you know, Mac don't know how to lie.
You don't gotta say who.
No, I don't give a fuck.
I know you
I
don't.
don't give a fuck. I had went to Atlanta Records for an interview, a music interview, and they told me no. I'm not gonna tell you why they told me no, because that can really harm me right now, and I need to get up here before I release that. So yes, that was my biggest no. In 2017, when I went to Atlantic Records, shout out to DJ Squeaky and David L. and Blue Diaz. Yes, Colors. That's who took me at that time. Yeah, I love him. That was my biggest no, honestly. I like Blue. That's my
But
guy.
you know what? I've had some no's too. It's times where I reach out to people, and there's literally times where they tell me like, you gotta pay me $500 to come out.
I
You
mean,
gotta
that's
pay me
normal.
$1,500 to come out, and it's
Yeah.
like I was there with y'all from the beginning, like
Yeah.
grinding.
Well, I'm not gonna front. I got a
Like-
fee for me to come out now too, but not for y'all. See, you see,
Yeah.
y'all come through the door for free. Anybody that always told me yes, I'm gonna tell you yes for the rest of my life. I don't care if I'm Cardi B
That's
rich.
how I look. Like
You
That's
understand?
how I look at
And
it.
I'm dead ass serious.
And
that's
you know
all my
what? To
kids.
keep it a
I
buck,
don't give a fuck if I'm
to
Cardi
keep it a
B
buck,
rich.
this is
You
why,
always told me yes, I'm coming.
and I
Period.
appreciate you. And you know
It's
what?
about loyalty.
And this
That's
is
what
why
we lack in this
you
world.
what?
Nobody has no fucking loyalty. no
Loyalty,
more.
exactly. And
Stop
it's
being
like,
loyal to yourself and be loyal to someone else too.
period. And it's like at the end of the day, this is why y'all here as well, because y'all are the people that always told me yes. And it's like at this point with my platform that I am trying to build, I want to be able to
That's
also give that back to some degree. You
As
know
you
what I mean? And so with that being said, I just want to thank y'all for coming out today.
Yeah.
I know this
Huge
wasn't as
lady man.
entertaining as
It is entertainment because it's words of wisdom. You can let it go over your head or you could take it in and start something. It's called connection, networking. You got superstars up here, NBA players, a new artist, a businessman with a couple of figures that I didn't know about and now I'm on body. You know what I'm saying? I need to know how to get one of these businesses getting going. Because one thing about Lady Mac, you talk about businesses, I be hyped. That make my booty cat wet. New figures and businesses. You see, I was on a reality TV and now I got my own show because I don't play that shit. I want PC of everything. I'm like Natalie Nunn to the hood right now. If you don't fucking know. So if you need any of y'all, I'm looking for women too because I got a girl show. If you need some spotlight, I need new artists, women, entrepreneurs, people who mothers. I need anybody who want to be on TV and tell their story. That's what I'm looking for right now. Men, women, trans.
What is the show going to be based on?
You laughing and I'm dead ass serious. I got the motherfucking LGBT community behind me right now.
What is the show going to be based on?
Well, the first show I got going right now, I was doing Original Baddie Season 2. But we got a little hiccup right now. Well, Original Baddie Season 2 is basically about females who got their own businesses that's coming up off the ground, trying to show who they are, and they from New York. Season 2 is actually supposed to be battling Atlanta. So that's what they doing with that. And then I got Hottest Boys in NYC. I'm not gonna front, that's my LGB show. I have a lot of different men on here, and I want to give them a voice because they don't have a voice. And
when can we expect it?
Actually, we start taping August 1st. We already did pre-taping pictures. My assistant got everything going on. I love her so much because she always be having me on point.
Okay.
And that basically is just a show that straight men and gay men can actually coincide in the same bracket. People be, and that they go through stuff too. No, because you know why? Let me tell you something, all jokes aside. Y'all think straight men are only people who go through things, not having a mother, not having a father and all that. But what about the guys who scared to come out the closet and tell people that they really gay because they're going to be judged?
That's true.
They go through stuff, not finishing school, not dealing with their parents. You don't even know why some of them are gay. Being touched, it could be anything. So that's what my platform for this first season for Hottest Boys of NYC is, to give them a voice to talk about what they've been through in life.
So we definitely gonna make sure that
Yes,
everybody
and shout out to
that, and that's gonna be on Zeus, right?
Yeah,
On Zeus?
no, that's not gonna be on Zeus. We trying to figure out where we gonna put that at. You know, I think Flamingos is supposed to be on, I don't know what network, but I'm working with Tonio Tokyo too, with Flamingos. I'm the producer on that show too.
That's interesting, isn't it?
Yeah, I
So
know
what we
everything
gonna
going on.
do is we gonna make sure
For the
let's
love of
follow-
Naya.
Yes, let's follow Lady Mac.
Yes,
on
so if any
Instagram.
of y'all looking to love somebody beautiful, y'all see her right here.
Oh,
That's
you
my
love
other
Naya.
show, For the
Nia.
Love of Naya. She's
Oh, is it
20.
Naya?
Yes, her name is Nia Bands.
I
I call her
know.
Naya. That's my own personal
Okay.
name. Alright, she's 20-something years old. Not to
Oh,
expose that.
Nia
She's a
forever.
celebrity now tag. Okay, I'm not the only celebrity. She's done bigger celebrities than me. And you know, I'm doing For the Love of Naya. So any men in here need a good house wife, you know, who get money. You gotta have money too, because I ain't gonna front. You ain't matching her
She said, don't
410K.
bring that cheap shit over there, honey. So we gonna tune into Lady Mac show.
Yes,
We definitely gonna tune into the Love of
I am the real
Naya.
Lady Mac on Instagram. And
But as of right now, we definitely going to get back to closing it out with H2O. We're going to talk about what you got going on as well.
So what I got coming up, the next event is July 30th. We have our second annual softball game versus NYPD. So we're gonna play the cops in softball. We, this year we turning it up a little bit more. We got the rock climbing wall out there. We got the games, the big, the Connect Fours and all that other stuff for the kids. Everything, face painting, bouncy house. All the vendors, I'm asking them to bring their tents. I want it to look like a whole festival out there. So, we got the MLB involved. We got shout out to New York Yankees.
I got my tent too.
Yeah, so we gonna
I might have to
yeah,
come
with
to
these
that.
pull up.
I might have to
Let's
come
go.
to that because my oldest son, my only son plays basketball.
No, so this one's softball.
No, well, I'm still
Yeah,
not
bring him out.
there.
Okay.
You said don't choose his sport.
100. That's a fact. Boom. She called me out on it. Yup. So yeah,
I got a question. I'm sorry. I cannot hold this question. Let me ask you a question. What made you get into gun violence?
well, my best friend got killed, Mark Arrington. He got killed in Hollis, Queens. Yeah, that was my backcourt mate. That was my backcourt mate in high school, and it was my best friend too. So again, when I spoke earlier about losing so many people, losing my grandmother, my godbrothers, my godmother, like a lot of people don't notice about me. So even when you see me, a lot of times I'm by myself. Because I know so many people, but I don't really care to have people so close. So that's why even in relationships, when it's so hard to kind of let somebody go, even if they're not the best person.
That's
you understand?
me. I have attachment
Yeah.
issues.
So like when you get close, or you allow somebody to get close to you, because I don't allow people to get close to me. If you notice that, like I keep it, I always keep it here.
Oh,
You know
thank
what I
you
mean?
for letting me
Yeah. So well, that's where I lost my best friend. That's why I started, the gun violence awareness as well. And it was no coincidence that we brought Ball for Peace back in June, because that's Gun Violence Awareness Month. So June 3rd was our first event back in 4 years. Due to COVID and all that other stuff, we went out to Houston and Miami last year, but bringing it back into New York was the first time that we did the game in New York since June 1st, 2019. You know what I'm saying? Some people like, yo, why did it take so long? Like, did y'all forget about COVID? Like, you know what I mean? A lot of people, I think they forgot. But softball's coming up next. We are having a full-fledged season this year of all our events. We're gonna do the flag football game August 26th out there in New Jersey, in Jersey City. So we doing that with the fire department and the police department out there in Jersey.
Against each other?
They're teaming up and they're gonna play against Ball for Peace. So
nice.
the same thing with softball. So like you gotta kind of get it. We got the mayor from Jersey coming out. So
I just want to say,
Yeah.
as a vendor, if you are a vendor and you are tapped in,
Yeah.
I make the most money at his events. I'ma just tell y'all that now.
Yeah.
Tap in with this man. He gonna get you some money at his show.
And people don't realize that when I'm doing these events, it's not just for the organization. It's for people like y'all to network and mingle and get to know so many different people. You know, so that's my enjoyment. That's my excitement when I'm doing these events, because it's really not for me at all. I'm probably the last person on the totem pole that people even realize or even focus on. You know what I mean? You know, and then we closing out the year. We're doing our holiday bowling toy drive. So we're doing that at Bowmore Lanes. That's gonna be either November or December. But we got a full schedule, and we got our Queens Week tournament September 9th and 10th. You've been there. Our basketball tournament, we give out $5,000 to the winning team. We are in schools now, so a lot of that, you know, we're full-fledged DOE vendors. So now we actually locked in a summer program. We start that on July 17th to the end of August. So, you know, we moving, man. Ball for peace, man. Ball for peace.
Yes.
Oh, and me, this is probably gonna be my last street ball summer playing a full-fledged summer. So I'm in Rucker, West 4th. I just had a game there today. We won. I'm in Watson, Tri-State, Kingdom.
But why is this your last summer?
I mean, playing in these big, like, it takes a lot. Even for me to be in shape and stuff like that and doing all these other things.
So just say you get old.
I mean, listen, like,
Getting old.
that part, but a little older.
It's okay.
Older, but you know, I got a name. They call me Ace 2-0. That's my nickname. So I'm not gonna get on the court and like.
Running out of water.
I'm not running. Matter of fact, you know what? Yo,
So you're not Ace.
Hold on. Even
You
so,
like.
I know Solo when he used to play ball. Like I brought him out to Tampa Bay and all. My well is very, very wet. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? So, alright, you know what? Yo, just cause she said that, I'ma keep going. You know what I'm saying? I ain't stopping. So, matter of fact, tap in with me if you wanna come. Matter of fact, I'm gonna start posting up my games online. Y'all come out and support. Shout out to the people who supported to my game and stuff like that. Ace 2-0, Baller for Peace. Yeah.
Bowling for peace. There's no G in bowling. It's just bowling.
BALLIN, the number 4, the word peace. My personal Instagram is H2O. That's the letter O. And the number 5. Follow me. Get you all your updates. Shout out to my boy Slim, the official announcer for Ball for Peace. He's in the building today. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, let's get it.
See, I go with Sunny.
Yo, before you start, man, I want to say, like, the bro, I just met him. And his family is the one that gave me my first shot with music.
OOCHIE?
Yeah.
For real?
Yeah. This is when I first signed the 730 Dipset.
Oh, yeah, I remember.
Yeah,
Give him a chain right now.
I got your back on NYMROD down. I want the one with out of peace on it. You know what I'm saying? You got a lot. You can spare one.
I can just spit one of your.
One for me.
Nah, real shit. Me and him just chopped it up over. He said, like, what, like, you mad young, right? He said, yeah, and I just came home out of jail, and his family gave me the first shot, and that's when I signed with 730 Dipset. You know, that's dope, man.
I love my platform.
Give him a feature now. And help him.
Facts. Right?
Look at you, you got a leap.
Nah, yeah, it was my pops, my uncle, it was mad.
Yeah, it was bad.
Gucci Wiley, bang bang.
You're not really doing it? They still doing it or what? Nah, they. Oh, nah, they.
Yeah, because that situation over there was crazy.
But you following in their footsteps.
Nah, you are, that's dope.
Yeah, they definitely gave you.
And you had everybody turned up the last show. Everybody was in your favor, so it shows that you're doing something right.
You gotta do another performance today. I missed it.
A word?
And he gonna be at one.
Wait, we don't got a DJ today.
Oh, damn, you gotta go acapella.
Acapulco? But, he said that. He was like, Acapulco? But, however, what I want to know from you, though, I do want to know, tell us anything about yourself. Like, tell us what you want to know. Tell us what you aspire to be. Do you even want to be a rapper? Is this like what you really want to do, or is it just a hobby for you? Do you really have some other dream? I mean, like, what is it that you're really into? Because, like, your parents, you can be a skateboarder. Are you a skateboarder?
Nah, I don't play with none of that
I
shit.
know. Yeah, you give me skateboarding. There's nothing wrong with that. I like skateboarding.
I can't fuck with that. I'll break my nigga outside.
But tell us about yourself.
Honestly, all this music shit, my life, I've been doing this shit since I was young, you feel me? Like, and then I the studio with my uncle, like, feel me? They've been doing that shit for mad long, you know, so I was just growing up watching them, you feel me? They been dabbling in that shit. They used to play in the streets a lot, you feel me? So that shit kind of caught up with them before, you know, they could do their thing. So I just took the blueprint and I'm doing my own thing now, you feel me? Like, I got a new single out now called What the Fuck. That's the shit that I performed last time. I had the spot turned up. Y'all can find that on all platforms. Feel me? I mean, I'm just hungry. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't got no long story for niggas. I ain't got no side story, none of that. I'm just hungry. I'm ready to go. Like, this music shit is me. That's it. I ain't gonna lie. My name is OOCHIE.
Fix your hat. What's that nigga who hat was moving all over the camera?
Yo, word, my shit always be all over the place. Word. It's like
Little captain.
I'm hungry, I'm ready to go. Anybody who ready to tap in with me, I'm ready to tap in with them. We can do whatever we're trying to do. Take this shit to the top. I'm willing to put in for everything. Let's go, you feel me?
I think those bars, I took them literal because I really feel like I'm hungry and ready to go. So with that, we are definitely about to sign out, honey, because we thank you for tuning in to the Disrespectful podcast with OOCHIE Wally Bang Bang. Nah, that's not his name, but that's what I call him. What's your name?
OOCHIE Spiff.
OOCHIE Spiff on Instagram. We got H205. That's HE, and then we got a NYMROD, that's NYMROD Federal. Then we got the Lady Mac in the motherfucking building, gang. You know. And I definitely want to shout out all of the people that helped me in the background. We got Solo, who is my videographer. I appreciate you. Frank Stoney, you always contribute so much to my podcast. I can't thank you enough. And also, we have Shanks, we got Mimi. She always drive from Philly to come out here, y'all. And she rarely misses a show.
Yo, let's make this the most viewed show too. So let's promote it. We all gonna promote it. We gonna push this. We gonna break your YouTube record.
You know what's so crazy? One thing about it, I want to say that. I want to actually, wait, hold on, lady. I actually want to say this. My biggest thing is a lot of people, they'll ask me to come on the platform as people I've asked to come on the platform. And then when we come up here, y'all don't promote it. You don't show that you've been on the show. But you'll go to somebody else's show and post it. You'll post somebody else's flyer. You'll show. But y'all will not post that y'all been at Disrespectfully Drunk podcast. Like, what's good? Like, y'all say y'all love me. Y'all say y'all support me. Please tag me. Show me love. Blow me up. Put me on your page like you would do if I was motherfucking Jay-Z.
Hello.
Because I'm going to be Jay-Z one day. And we got the same birthday. So.
Make sure y'all go stream Underdog, the old EP, and Black Ball, the new EP, because it's fire. Shout out to K Goddess for the feature. We on here smashing it. That's Lady Mac, LADY, and AC, Black Ball, on all streaming platforms. I'm out of here. I don't know.
Yeah, y'all know what? We disrespectfully.
I'm a roll up with y'all.
I'm disrespectfully drunk. We disrespectfully drunk. Get disrespectfully drunk.